And now I will switch to English again because it is time for a very special moment in today's ceremony, namely the awarding of 2 honorary doctorates.
Dear colleagues and friends, dear honorary doctors, dear all. Now we come to a very ceremonial but also very festive part of our gathering, the bestowment of the honorary doctorates. Therefore, I warmly welcome all of you who are joining us in this ceremony through a live stream from all corners of the world, especially the people from the UK and Portugal. This year, the Board for the Conferral of Doctoral Degrees once again came up with some truly great candidates. That is why, with great pleasure, I shall now bring into effect the decision of the Board for the Conferral of Doctoral Degrees. On recommendation of the Deans of the Faculty of Law, Economics, Governance and the Faculty of Science, and after hearing the Board of the University, the Board for the Conferral of Doctoral Degrees decided to award 2 honorary doctorates causa. Lady Shafik and Professor João Mano will each receive an honorary doctorate in recognition of their outstanding accomplishments. The academic community of Utrecht University was honored and pleased to learn that they were willing to accept these awards. I shall now proceed to confer the honorary doctorate on Lady Shafik. In this following video, Professor Joost de Laat sets forth the grounds on which the decision to confer the honorary doctorate on Lady Shafik is based.
What should a social contract look like that better connects with the needs of the 21st century? This core question, Lady Shafik, Director of the London School of Economics, asked in her most recent book, What We Owe Each Other, a new social contract for a better society. The world today is again experiencing fundamental changes and challenges, putting the social contract under pressure. Think of technological changes, including automation and artificial intelligence, in generating unequal benefits. Think of changing gender roles. Aging populations are putting pressures on healthcare systems and pensions. Climate change is generating new risks and challenges, particularly for young generations. She takes a broad welfare perspective that includes not only income, but also subjective well-being. And she draws heavily from academic insights, combining these with her lived experiences working directly in some of the poorest countries, such as South Sudan and Bangladesh, to rich countries like the UK and the EU. In sum, she's a modern scholar and inspiration to students, researchers, policymakers, and practitioners alike. It's a great honor that I can be your honorary promoter today, and I congratulate you on your honorary doctorate.
I kindly invite Professor Joost de Laat to pronounce the traditional Latin formula. Would all present please rise?
Pro potestate legibus nobis concessa, ex auctoritate collegi studiosos ad somos honores promovendi. Decreto itemque noblissimae facultatis juris uc pertinente ego, Joost de Laat, te, Lady Minouche Shafik, propter insignia tua merita doctorem honoris, causa pronuncio atque declaro, inque te confero omne ius omniace privilegia, qua legibus vel moribus doctoribus rite creatis constitua sunt. Congratulations.
Lady Shafik, it is a great honor for me to congratulate you on behalf of the Board for the Conferral of Doctoral Degrees at Utrecht University on being awarded this Utrecht doctorate. Please applaud.
Thank you very much.
I kindly invite you to say a few words, and all present, please take your seat again.
Thank you, Rector Magnificus, President Peepers, members of the executive and supervisory boards, faculty, staff, students, and the entire Utrecht community. It is a tremendous honor to be here today in this spectacular cathedral, celebrating the anniversary of one of Europe's greatest universities. As we've heard, the theme of this year's Dies Natalis is curious collaborations. And I can't think of a better theme for this moment and for an idea that has certainly guided my life and career. Curious implies openness, and open minds are, unlike closed minds, are the source of discovery and the spread of human knowledge and progress. Collaboration means working across boundaries, different perspectives, different backgrounds, different approaches. And of course, the institution that I'm currently privileged to lead, the London School of Economics and Political Science, is a hotbed of intellectual diversity and collaboration across the social science disciplines. I sometimes joke that Oxford and Cambridge trained the people who ran the empire, and the London School of Economics trained all the people who overthrew the empire. My decades of work on international development and economics and finance and central banking was much the same, a synthesis of economics, finance, politics, but also working with people of many nationalities, and all focused on creating a more stable world and in the service of helping people build themselves up and make the most of their own lives. I spent virtually all my professional career working in and around international institutions. Of course, the World Bank and the IMF, two pillars of the rules-based global order, but also leading the UK's aid programme at the Department for International Development and the truly global LSE, where 70% of our students are international. These institutions are curious collaborations in and of themselves, attracting and combining the knowledge and experience and perspectives and aspirations of people from all over the world and every conceivable walk of life. Many of the greatest problems facing humanity today, a pandemic still raging in many parts of the world, the return of war to Europe, the accelerated warming of the climate, and the technological and cultural change that has broken our social contract. These can only be solved with genuine openness to new ideas and partnerships and cooperation across borders. None are safe from those threats until all of us are safe. And in the furtherance of this goal, I and others like me, and many people, I'm sure, who are here, have sought throughout our careers to open minds and to build bridges, even when others prefer to hold entrenched views and to build walls. I would argue that curious collaborations are the foundation of both prosperity and peace. My many, many collaborators across the world are those who've embraced both their unique characteristics and their common humanity, who appreciated their diversity and differences, but never allowed disagreements from stopping them from working together. As our own LSE motto says, for the betterment of society. And it's in that spirit that I accept this honorary doctorate, and I salute Utrecht for its commitment to fostering curious collaborations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your kind words and your wonderful words. I now shall proceed to confer the honorary doctorate on Professor João Mano. In a short video, Professor Jos Malda sets forth the grounds on which the decision to confer an honorary doctorate on Professor João Mano is based.
João Mano is a chemist specialized in biomaterials and regenerative medicine. At the University of Aveiro, he directs both master and doctoral degrees. Here he provides a multicultural and multidisciplinary research environment for education and training of early career scientists and students, including those from Utrecht University. With his research group, he explores the use of biomaterials in cells towards the development of transdisciplinary concepts. In particular, he pioneered the use of nano and microtechnology approaches with naturally derived biomaterials to obtain biomedical devices with improved properties to control the behavior and organization of living cells. This has great potential for drug screening, as well as for the development of novel regenerative therapies. It's a privilege for the academic community of Utrecht University to bestow an honorary doctorate upon João Mano for his exceptional contribution to research and teaching within the field of regenerative medicine.
And now I kindly invite Professor Roos Mazareu to pronounce the tradition Latin formula. Would all present please rise?
Pro potestate legibus nobis concessa ex auctorita collegii studiosus et summos honores promovendi decreto itemque nobilissima facultatis scientiarium hoc pertinente ego Roos Mazareu te João Mano propter insignia tua merita doctorem honoris causa promotio ad declaro incete convero omne ius omniaque privilegia ca legibus femoribus doctororibus rite creatis constituta sunt.
Okay. Professor Mano, it's a great honor for me to congratulate you on behalf of the board of the conferral of doctoral degrees at Utrecht University, being awarded this honorary doctorate. Please applause. And I invite you to say a few words, and please be seated again.
Dear Rector Magnificus and respected members from the Utrecht University, dear Rector and our other illustrious guests from University of Aveiro, dear Ambassador of Portugal, dear Jos, dear Ross, thank you very much for your warm welcome. Dearest family, ladies and gentlemen, my gratitude for the honor of being attributed with such a singular recognition is only exceeded by my respect for the long and distinguished history of Utrecht University, an institution that combines with perfection its traditions and memoir with the ambition of embracing the future of unexplored knowledge, always with a mark of excellency. I was asked to provide some words about my academic trajectory. Since my childhood, I have been fascinated by science, all aspects of science. From geology, biology, chemistry, physics, astronomy, mathematics, and also all engineering fields. Many of my walks along the beaches in the regions of Sintra, my hometown, were devoted in collecting seaweeds or small organisms, especially in the rockier sites from the seashore, later carefully analyzed in my room laboratory, a place that could be imprudently dangerous. I found in chemical engineering a good basis to combine my general interests for science and technologies. I graduated at Instituto Superior Técnico in Lisbon, where I then continued with a PhD that provided me strong basis on polymer science. My academic career since then has progressively incorporated more biological aspects over such types of soft materials. The fragility, the beauty, and the complexity of biological systems were revealed to me from new standpoints. Desiderius Erasmus told us that the ultimate summit of happiness is reached when a person is ready to be what he is. I found in this multidisciplinary interface of biomaterials, stem cells, and bioengineering a delightful niche to concentrate my research and teaching. The work has been done in two different perspectives that are interlinked. The first perspective is by looking at the amazing capability of nature to adapt and find solutions to complex problems and translate this comprehension to develop new biomimetic materials and systems with unique or extreme properties. Another perspective is to combine stem cells and materials to engineer human tissues in the laboratory that could be then implanted into human patients and used in therapies, in particular for clinical conditions that are untreatable under the current medical knowledge, such as cartilage or spinal cord lesions, diabetes type 1, cardiac infarction, or all types of brain degeneration. Immense advances have been made in the field of tissue engineering and regenerative medicine. But I believe that new tools, such as artificial intelligence or synthetic biology, will permit to catapult even further new solutions, not only for therapies, but for a multitude of other challenges, including the production of artificial meat, drug screening platforms for precision medicine, or the generation of living machines. Great research focus is required to advance in these tortuous fields. And that is why the compass, so often used by Portuguese and Dutch navigators, is the symbolic object of our research group from the Associate Laboratory CISEC, Aveiro Institute of Materials. In this unique environment at the University of Aveiro, so avid in producing science of good quality, I have had the privilege of working with a wonderful group of students, researchers, and colleagues. They have permitted me to keep the same passion for the science as the kid capturing the wonders of nature during his exploration some decades ago in the region of Sintra. Thank you very, very much, Utrecht University, for this great honor.
Thank you very much, João Mano, for your wonderful, inspiring and kind words. And with this, I hand over the responsibilities for the ceremony once again to Naomi.